Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Deborah, your How to Love innovator. You do not see what you're not looking for. You don't see what you're not looking for. You don't see what you're not looking for. In my profession, one of the things that is primary in our working with our clients, and of course, I'm talking about when you're dealing with others in general. If you find what you're looking for and you ignore everything else around that thing. Have you ever misplaced something? Have you ever been looking for something? And because you don't know where to look, you're looking everywhere. And you see a lot of things in your field while you're searching for this thing, but you only can see what you're looking for. So everything else is around that thing you can't see. So let's say you find that thing. I don't know, scarf, hair comb, whatever, pick, whatever. You find it. And then you realize you need something else. So then you discover that the thing that you were looking for the second time was right near where the comb was or the other thing was. But because that wasn't what you were looking for, you did not see it. And so then you look all over the place and then you find it and it was right near the other thing. Well, you only see what you're looking for and you ignore everything else. Now, what does all this mean to you and in relationships and how to love? When you genuinely want to stay connected to someone or something, you always look for the best in that person. You always expect that that person is being honest with you. You always expect that that person is telling the truth. We'll get to what if, but we're talking about what you are looking for. Basically, you look for the best in the person. We call it human resources, natural wisdom. Everybody has it. Everybody. And so, how then can you begin to expect the best, look for the best, and therefore that's what you will find? It takes practice. It's not easy to do, especially when we're so accustomed to looking for the worst and expecting the worst and believing the worst. And if you look at the news and if you're paying attention to all these uh, commentaries and on on social media about people, especially people who are in the limelight and have a huge amount of notoriety. You're always listening to what somebody's saying about them, good or bad. And then you make your decision about what you're going to believe. And depending on how you feel about that person already, it's easy to believe what you want to, which is they up to no good or they can do no wrong. But you find what you're looking for. So again, when you think about yourself and you think about human beings, others human beings, how can you begin to look for the best, expect the best? And even when you know and have seen some things that are not so nice, not so positive, not so good about that person, I'm always asking the question, so what is that to you? How does that help you to focus on that? And again, if you're used to focusing on that, it's hard to imagine yourself not focusing on that. And I always ask you to examine your body, examine how you're feeling, and think and ask yourself, what do I feel? What am I thinking? What does my body feel like when I am thinking what I'm thinking? My assumption, my choice right here is that when you really take a look at it, because I believe the best in you. Let me just say that. I said God lives in your heart. So God is there. So that's what I expect. And my expectation is when you do that soul searching, when you do that self-searching, you will notice that you feel better when you are thinking positively and moving positively in the world, responding to others positively, no matter what they do. Again, if you've ever embraced the idea of being selfish, this is the most selfish thing you can do, and that is to expect people to be up to good, up to good. because that helps you. That makes you feel better. But you got to get used to it again, because if you're used to the other stuff, it's going to take you, it will possibly, see, there are expectations. It possibly may take you a minute before you adjust to just thinking the best, expecting the best, knowing the best, no matter what you would rather be thinking, or no matter what the evidence say, because we know all too often how people look guilty when they're not, and they act like something that they're not. There's something going on, but not necessarily what you think is going on. And that has to do with reframing what you see. But you can only reframe that or reassess it, or give it a different definition or a different spin on it, more positive spin on it, when you want to. And when your body agrees that this feels so much better. And you could be lying to me through your teeth, as we used to say, but it doesn't even matter, because that's your thing to adjust. If you're a liar and it's just what you do, then that's up to you. That's, you have to do something about that. But me looking at you and say, I know more than likely this is what she or he does. They don't always, they kind of stretch the truth. Notice that positive spin. They stretch the truth, but they must, and then this is you. But something must be going on that they feel like they have to do that. So, because you know what's in their heart, you know that they are God incarnate. Yes, God lives inside of us. God's in there. The best is in there. If you, since you know, not if, since you know that is there, then you just keep waiting around for that to show up. But until then, what you see is what's inside, and that's their hearts. So you find what you're looking for. And I guess my invitation today is that you look for the best and you will find the best. Till next time, this has been Dr. Deborah. If you want to learn how to practice this, I am the teacher. I'm the master teacher. 15 years of training therapists how to do just what I'm just finished talking to you about. So, and when I say 15 years, I mean like 3 times, about 9 times in a single year. So you multiply 9 in a single year times 15. Oh, wow. That's a lot of practice. And that's what it takes to get on the other side of any self-concern. How about that? Self-concern, not problem, self-concern, positive growth. That takes practice. And some of you are more inclined to that than others, because I am more, as I hear myself talk, I'm more inclined to this. And maybe that's why I'm doing this work. But if it's not so easy for you, it's a practice. It's a practice. And let me just back up and say, it's the practice for me too. It just shows that my mind changes quicker than perhaps somebody who's used to thinking negatively. So again, I was about to land my plane. Let me land for real this time without the bumps. Dr. Deborah at howtolove.us. Dr. Deborah at howtolove.us. That's my email address. You want to reach out to me, call me 800-361-9068. My website, howtolove.us. Go check me out. My CV is there. A whole bunch of other stuff is there. It's in construction. So look for, if you can look for what you actually want, my hope is that it's there for you. And again, reach out to me. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. Deborah Harris is my name. How to Love, put it in there. You'll see some books by some really cool people like the Buddhist monk, Thich Nhat Hanh. But you'll find me. This has been Dr. Deborah. Look for the best and you'll find it.